Hi there, this is a really short video tutorial just showing you how to use GarageBand to record students' responses for diploma exams. When the student is in the exam account, all that you're going to do is open up GarageBand. Should be the guitar icon, and if it's not there, you can use the Finder to find it. So it's a matter of just going to Finder and then open or do Command F to find to look for the application. It's opening. It just takes a couple of seconds for GarageBand to open. Here we go. So obviously we're going to do a voice recording. We're not using any instruments. You can do a lot of fancy things with voice recordings in GarageBand, but we don't have to do that. Just double click on voice. If you don't get this window when GarageBand first opens up, all you have to do is select New Project here, or under GarageBand you can go to File, New. File and New, and then you can select it. Okay, so we're going to double click on voice because it's a voice project. You need to give it a name. It's going to save it to the desktop. I have that selected here. With the student accounts and the RVS MacBooks, you need to make sure that you're selecting the desktop there as well, otherwise it can be pretty difficult to find. If it won't let you save things to the desktop, then on the student MacBooks you just save it to the student file, so where it says where, and it'll actually show up under favorites or recent places. Okay, I'm saving this to the desktop, so I'll create. Well, it must be late, my mouth doesn't want to work properly. Okay, and here we are. You can do a lot of fancy things with GarageBand. We don't need to do any of that. You could select a male voice or a female voice depending on the student. Doesn't really matter a whole lot. There's a couple of other small things that you can do that are just going to reduce the echoey sound of it, but I'll just show you the really simple version. Here you go. This is just how complicated it is. When the student is ready to start, click on the red button and it'll record. So I'll click on the red button and I'll just start saying something. This is my reflection for ELA 30-2, source B. People try to put us down just because we get around. The things we do seem awful cold. I hope that's enough for this reflection. So I'm going to click on the square button to stop. So you could actually record for several hours here in GarageBand. Once it's finished, all that I'm going to do is make sure that I save. So I'll just go to File and Save. There. And it's now been saved to the desktop. We already set that up. I'm just going to grab the pointer and drag it to the beginning here just to play it for you so you can see how it sounds. So this will be the recording of my voice. This is my reflection for ELA 30-2, source B. People try to put us down just because we get around. So I'll stop that playing so you get a sense of how it sounds. Okay, now this is the part that you're probably really concerned about, and that's how to save this or how to put it onto a disk or a drive. This is really important. It's 2 or 3 clicks of the button. You're going to go to Share, and you're going to go down to Export Song to Disk. Even though it's not a song, even though you're not putting on a disk, you're going to convert it into a file, an MP3 file, which can be read on any device. Right now this is only in a GarageBand file, and it can only be read by GarageBand and in some cases certain versions of GarageBand. So we're going to export the song to disk. Don't burn it to a CD. And you can choose different compressors, AAC encoder. MP3 is the best one because it's going to be a universal format. The quality doesn't really matter. If you have a 3-hour recording, you'll probably want to reduce it down to good quality. It'll be smaller, it'll be easier to put together, and if you notice right here it tells you the estimated size. Now that's important because if you're trying to put this onto a thumb drive and it's only an 8 megabyte thumb drive or a 16 megabyte thumb drive, you want to make sure the file is small enough it'll fit. This is less than 1 megabyte because it's such a short recording. You're going to click on Export. You're going to have you're going to have to put the name in again. So whatever we called it, ELA 30-2, student, well, I think it was 12345-0. Save it to the desktop. With a long recording, that'll take a lot longer than it just did, but that's all there is to it. It's finished. If I minimize this and take a look, here it is right here, the ELA 30-2 student blah 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 MP3 file. Then from there you can just drag it onto your thumb drive, USB drive, or you could burn it onto a disk if you want to. That's it for the tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck, and I'll talk to you later.